Hi Mermaid Junkies, how are you? So after my video yesterday that I had put out, I had asked in the comments if you would leave comments to know whether or not you would like me to do a video on how to use a focus wheel. So I thought that today I would do a video on how to use a focus wheel. And once again, this is a focus wheel is basically from Abraham Hicks teachings, and it's how to manifest things. And it really is a powerful tool in how I was able to manifest all the things that I've manifested. Thousands of dollars, a vehicle, a house by the water. I mean, my soulmate, my first manifestation was a soulmate. But also all the other things too, that there's like too many things to name. But I thought that I would show you what, and I also mentioned to you guys that I sell the books that I make, and they're kind of mermaid junkie style, because you know me, I'm just like very gypsy, hippie-ish type, and so I've just kind of like created my own thing. And so I thought that it's always fun to, when you're using tools, like whether it's writing in a journal or it's using a focus wheel or decorating your house, because I have a degree in interior design as well. So I'm always super creative and want to have beauty that surrounds me when I'm doing certain things, so like I would always decorate journals or make things and make art for my home and stuff like that. And obviously it's all like mermaid beachy stuff, but it's kind of like has that gypsy feel to it. It's like real bohemian kind of. So anyway, I'm going to show you what my focus wheel books looks like that I made for myself. Now I can make you one of these, but this one is a little bit more extravagant, but I did it because it was mine and I wanted to use it every day and love looking at it. And so the one that I'm going to show you now, it would be like $65 depending on the details of what I put on it and everything. And then inside you get okay, so let me show you that, okay? So this is my my focus wheel book, okay? And it has all of my things in there, but see, it's like I use old book covers for every single one of them, and then I just use like things that I've beach combed, seaweed, sponges. I use some artificial, just different things, shells, ribbons, silk, and all that kind of stuff. And I have like a little bottle here. It's like a little message in a bottle, with sand, and it has some, I think it has amethyst in it, because I love that. It's like mermaid tears, And so anyway, so this one would be like $65. But anyway, and then you just fill it up. And so let me show you, let me just show you what the picture looks like, okay? And why can't I find it? Okay, so, and this is the mermaid focus wheel that I made. Remember I told you guys I painted something and then I took it to the printer, like I modified it on my computer so that it was really good pigmentation on the, saturation and all that kind of stuff for the photography. And then when you buy your book, you get one of these in there. See, now I painted this and it's a mermaid and then she's blowing bubbles, and then this is your focus wheel, and it's like, it has a little wreath of flowers on it, and it's just real simple, but it's I use seaweed tinctures and flower tinctures, so I infuse the paper and everything, so it's really cool. But anyway, like you can't tell that because I've printed this, but this, you get one of these in the book. So you're basically paying for the book, but you're also paying for this, because then you would take this to your print shop and you would print as many as you want, because I think like a colored copy, or if you have a printer at home, would be even more perfect. But how many ever you want, and then you can just load them up in your book, because I use those rings. So that you can just open it up and then put as many as you want in there. And then on the inside of the panel of the book, I explain to you in detail, like I just took it straight off of Abraham Hicks website, and also several of her videos from YouTube, so that down to explicit detail how to use it, so that in case you forget, or like, oh, I'm not quite sure I remember, how my statement should sound, or should I go more general, and that kind of thing. And so anyway, so that's inside each book as well. So you'll get the description and describing how to use a focus wheel. You'll get the one, sheet that I painted, that you can have printed off or printed at your house, and just, you know, you'll never run out. And so that's a beautiful thing, because I think it's, I mean, don't you think this is much cuter than, you know, to do a focus wheel on this than just like writing it in a book? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, it serves a purpose and everything, but I just kept thinking, I want something pretty and cute to look at every time I'm doing a focus wheel, because it was so exciting to me. Anyway, my whole point is that if you're interested in that, you know, just message or comment me below, and I can do a description up on my Etsy shop. It's Raquel English is my Etsy shop, where I sell all of my art, my little commissioned art pieces, all of my, you know, like I sell Mermaid Junkie hats and just all sorts of things. So if you're interested in a focus wheel book, you know, I do them as the orders come in. I do not do like a whole, you know, crap load, because I really am into the whole being inspired by the particular person that's going to purchase the book. And so I like to get a good feel of, you know, what that person is like and stuff, because I think that it being personal means a lot more. So anyway, okay, so all of that's all my little advertising or whatever. But so how to do a focus wheel. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is, let me explain to you what a focus wheel is. Basically, here is my example. And okay, so this is one of the focus wheels I did. Remember, I was telling you I focus wheeled to find my soulmate. So this was before, which is cool and kind of interesting, because it's like I read this back, and I read this to Jeffrey after, like, you know, months and months of, I mean, I just read it to him not long ago too, because it was kind of cool that I had yet to have met him, but I was writing about this particular soulmate. So in the center, okay, so see how it has, I don't know if you can see that, but see how I just drew a circle in the middle, okay? And then you just kind of make like almost like a sun, but you're going to put at least 12 lines so that you have 12 spaces around there. And I kind of did, and I did this one too that way. So see, you're going to do a circle in the middle, because this is going to be your main statement. And then around the edge here are going to be your 12 different statements that are going to back up your middle statement. Okay, so let me explain to you. So for instance, you're going to make a statement of something that you want, but also something that you believe in already. It can't be something that's negative. Okay, so, but you're going to put a negative statement, because this is going to be the issue that you're working on, right? That you want to work through. And the reason that, you know, Abraham Hicks recommends, and I do too, because I'm a writer as well, is that when you write things down, they penetrate your brain more, and you're less likely to have contradicting thoughts when you're writing things instead of just saying them verbally. Does that make any sense? Like, you know, when you write things down, it's like been a proven fact that when you write things, you retain the information longer, and it helps you to clarify things in a better way. So that's why we're going to use a written focus wheel. Okay, so my negative statement, this was at the time that I had not met my soulmate. Okay, so my negative statement then was, I am discouraged and feel very far from my soulmate. So that was my negative statement of what I'm struggling with, okay? So then in the middle, okay, you're going to put, let me see if I can find that one thing. I'm sorry, you guys, but this is kind of like impromptu. So in the middle, you're going to put your main statement that you believe. Okay, this is going to be what you actually want to happen and to occur, okay? And then the rest of these things around here are going to be statements that you believe to back up the center goal, okay? Not goal, but your desire, okay? Now, they have to be things that you actually believe with a surety, because that helps increase your momentum of belief, knowing that this can happen. Now, if you start getting weary in it, it's like if you're going to write a statement down and it's like say, for instance, if it was something that I didn't believe, like, I don't know what to give an example of, but let me just tell you what I went through, okay? If you write down statements around the edge, that are statements around the edge that have resistance, it's going to be difficult for you to really believe in what your center focused statement is, okay? So my center focus statement was, this was something that I knew that I wanted, but it was also something that I actually believed in, okay? So I put, in my center, I am thrilled at the knowing my dream relationship is coming to me. That's a true statement. I'm thrilled at the knowing, because it does excite me, and I knew that I was like, I know it's going to happen. So I was thrilled at the knowing that I was going to have that relationship. So then on the outside of the rest of mine, I put, my soulmate has perfect timing. I believe that. Perfect timing. I trust in the universe. I knew that the perfect timing would become the perfect timing for us to meet. Okay, I am a great creator. So I was trying to think of different things, because at this time I was kind of getting leery of like, you know, that's right before I became like, I was starting to get like really like doing focus wheels, and I wasn't getting anywhere. So I started to realize that there was a lot of resistance coming up. So I had to back away a little bit and make more of general statements. And they necessarily don't have to be statements that you actually are focused on that particular soulmate. And that's the cool thing about it, is that that's not really, doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I'm looking for my soulmate. I am a great creator. But in a general statement, it does, because I know that I can create many things. I have proof that I've created many, many things that I've manifested, right? My soulmate has perfect timing. My internal being, which is God, source, has perfect timing. I believe that. God has perfect timing. When I focus on what I want, I get better and better. I believe that. I get better and better when I focus on things, okay? So let's see, what's another one? I trust my inner being that is working it out for me. I trust my inner being that it will work it out for me. I will know my soulmate when I see him. I believe that. I would know him when I saw him, and I did actually. Let's see. I know my soulmate is on its way. I won't have to take score. I don't have to be with my soulmate this red hot minute. That's another true statement. I don't have to be with my soulmate this red hot minute. Everything is working itself out. So see, those are all general statements. Some of them aren't even statements based on my soulmate, but it was actually reinforcing what I believed in the center. And so that's how you want to do a focus wheel. And I think that if you do the focus wheels, and you will get better at them, you know, as time goes by, you'll feel more confident in like, okay, if you feel that there's contradiction, like I'm going to write like, I know I met my soulmate. Okay, so if I would have put that, I know I met my soulmate already. That's a little bit, that would have been at the moment of my feelings on this day, that would have been a little contradictory, because I wasn't quite sure that I believed that. You know, I'm thinking, okay, have I met him before? No, I don't know if I've met him. Yeah, I met him. So see, I was contradicting in, you know, if you're thinking one thing and then you're having a contradicting and other thoughts, it's not going to be something that's general. So you need to kind of stay general if you don't truly believe what your other statements are around the focus wheel. I don't know if this helped you guys, because, you know, I know that there's lots of other videos out there that people have described the focus wheel and how to do it. I don't do it the same way. Everybody's very analytical and they tell you that, you know, very specifics. I'm not good at that kind of thing. I'm just kind of winging it and going off of my own, you know, spirit, and just trying to inspire you in the way that has worked for me, like layman terms, because I don't do well with like very professional type stuff, if that means anything to you. I'm just kind of a wing it kind of girl. I'm just going off of, you know, this is what I think will help you, and I hope that did, and I hope that this served you. I'm not quite sure, but if you have any other questions, if I didn't describe it as well, I can give you links to Abraham Hicks, the ones that really helped me to do it. But I think that pretty much is how you do a focus wheel. And I mean, there's not much to it. It doesn't take rocket science, you know. So I hope this served you again. And like I said, if you would subscribe to my channel, that would be great. If you don't want to, that's perfect too. If you know of somebody else that you think would like this, you know, because I mostly talk about universal laws, law of attraction, just you know, mythical things. You know, I'm real artsy and stuff. So if you think you know of someone that would love my channel, I would be so grateful if you would share my channel with them. And as always, I'm yours until my next swim. Ciao!